Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a couple games to look at. We're going to primarily be looking at Real Madrid versus Valencia. Honestly, that was a horrible game. Both teams played horribly. I thought Valencia actually had the upper edge in the first half, you know. It was tough to watch, I'll be honest, especially like trying to see Real Madrid break Valencia's defense. I mean, Valencia was pretty much just playing a low block. Both teams were kind of playing low blocks, trying to get the counters on each other. It was very back and forth in the first half, but you could definitely tell that there was a lot of creativity missing from the attack from Real Madrid's side, and like Valencia in the midfield, they were struggling because I mean I think they just couldn't keep up with Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Valverde. We're gonna also be talking about Liverpool versus Man City, but I'll save that towards the end. I kind of have to do this quickly because I am going to my sister's house to go watch the Super Bowl. And oh shoot, I put the Champions League. I didn't mean that. I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl right now. Real quickly, who do I have winning? I think the Seahawks are going to win. My cousin wants the Patriots to win, but I think the Seahawks are going to take it because I just think they're the better team. They beat the 49ers and the Rams, and the Patriots beat washed Broncos. That didn't have their quarterback. They're not washed, but they didn't have their quarterback, so it wasn't their best lineup or whatever. I'm trying to speak in like football terms, but also American football terms. But anyways, let's go back to Real Madrid's game. This like I said, it was a tough watch. The only reason they won was through individual brilliance and because of Trent Alexander-Arnold. This guy, as soon as he came in, he honestly like completely changed the game. I'm actually very scared to see what happens next year once Trent actually recovers from his injury. I think he's obviously going to stay. I think Real Madrid is going to go through a deep rebuild next season. They're going to get rid of a lot of players. I don't see Brahim Diaz staying. I don't see a lot of the defenders staying. I don't see Mendy staying. I don't see all those like Carvajal is definitely leaving. The defense is pretty much going to get rebuilt next season for Real Madrid. And Trent Alexander is going to be on the right back, and then Carreras, which dude, he's one of the most annoying players for me personally. I just find him very annoying, but he's obviously going to stay because he's honestly a decent player, but he just annoys me and pisses me off. But obviously, let's talk about Carreras actually, since we're on that topic. He scored a pretty good goal today. I'm saying pretty good goal because I do not actually want to give him a lot of credit, but no, he scored a really good goal. He went between those two defenders. I don't know what those defenders were doing, to be honest. They were just ball watching. He went through both of them and he slid it past the goalkeeper to the near post. Great goal. Honestly, I can't really say much. I'm gonna upload my reaction on my Instagram later. I was pissed, bro, because like I actually thought Valencia had it in them to like not concede, because this Real Madrid is so bad in the attack. They have zero creativity. All they do is just pass it wide, try to go down the line where what is that line? The goal line, and then they pass it back and then somebody shoots it. That's all they do. Or they'll just cross it in and hope for the best. Hope somebody like passes it back to like Valverde or like Mbappe, and they just shoot the ball and do something like that. And I actually want to talk about Valverde. Oh, Benfica won their game today. Okay, that's interesting. I want to talk about Valverde. I actually think he had a decent game. He was one of like the brighter spots, I'll be honest. He's still not his best form, but looking at like the overall ratings, Dean Howson at an 8.2. Wow, that's grace. I did not put him at an 8.2 personally, but that's fine. Mbappe had an 8. Yeah, that's completely misleading. Mbappe had a stinker. I'll be honest. He just had a goal. And honestly, when FootMob gives you an 8 and you scored a goal, you know you had a stinker because the goal just bumps you up so much. But let's just talk about Mbappe since we're on that topic. Obviously, he scores the second goal. It's a pass from the back line up to I think it was Gonzalo Garcia, and Gonzalo Garcia crosses it, or it might have been Carreras. I'm not sure. I think it was Gonzalo Garcia. Let me see. Oh, it wasn't Gonzalo Garcia. It was Brahim Diaz. Wow. Okay. Wow. He crosses to Mbappe, and Mbappe slides it in. Gets the job done. Not much else to say, honestly. Let's look ahead at Real Madrid's next match. Is it actually against Benfica? Oh, it's against Real Sociedad. Okay, that could be an interesting game. Obviously, they're not going to have Jude Bellingham. Are they going to have Vinny? Why didn't Vinny play today? Is he suspended or is he injured? Okay, I think they're going to have Vinny next game, but that should be an interesting one. I think Real Sociedad is pretty high up on the table. Okay, but before I leave, I have 2 minutes to talk about Manchester City and Liverpool. Bro, this game was phenomenal, dude. Okay, not phenomenal because I'll be honest, like the first half was absolutely hard to watch, and the second half, it really picked up. Liverpool really had all the momentum coming up to until that goal. Right here, as you can see, right here is where Dominic Slovislai, is that how you say his name? I always butcher their names, but Slovislai, he scores dude, one of the best free kicks I've seen in a long time, bro. I'll be honest. And Donnarumma, it's so good. Donnarumma doesn't even dive for it. So he gets past Donnarumma, right? And you think, okay, Liverpool's just gonna sit back, so call that pressure. But dude, somehow Man City, after not scoring a goal throughout that entire game, they score a goal, which is an assist by Erling Haaland. He toe flicks it to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is there at the right time. He slides it in past Alisson, and they get the goal. It's equalized. Then you think, okay, it's gonna end in a draw. And then Haaland gets a penalty. He slides the penalty past Alisson, but it's not over yet because at the last couple minutes of the game, they send every single player up. Liverpool tried their best to role play as freaking Benfica and send Alisson all the way up top. They couldn't get a goal, but they did get a counterattack from Man City. Man City sends it to Haaland. Oh no, Cherokee has the ball. He shoots towards goal. I think it was either a shot or, yeah, it was a shot because he wasn't trying to pass to Haaland. But Haaland like tries to like block Slovislai from getting it. Slovislai pulls on Haaland's shirt. Obviously, you can't do that because he's the last man. Haaland like basically like drags down Slovislai. So it should have honestly been a goal because both the defender and the attacker, you know, hit each other. But you know, it is what it is. And then it ends up being 3-1. But no, they check it on VAR and then it gets annulled and it's 2-1. So yeah, that was an amazing game. I have like no time left to talk about anything else. But you know, I think I might do more Premier League reactions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was like a very short one, but I actually have to go like right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I already said that. I always say that, bro. I need to get a better outro. I'm just gonna say peace. Peace out, guys.